Hi everyone, and welcome for this tutorial how to paint a Primaris Ultramarine from the box Indomitus. I will paint them in 45 minutes, so you will see the tutorial take me 5 minutes because I accelerate. If you want, you can make it slowly directly on YouTube. I use different color, you can see right now, a lot of contrast and some different color to clean and to finish the paint. So let's go for the paint. I start by priming my miniatures directly in white, and now I started by using some contrast Talassa blue directly on all the armor. For that I take care about having a lot of paint in my brush to be sure this is going to go into the recesses and make my shadow in the same time than my first base. Now with some white color I clean some different surface. I touch, I make some mistake just to be sure this paint will be totally white to receive my contrasts. And now I use this contrast Yanden yellow from Games Workshop on every surfaces I want to have in gold non-metallic metal. Just be sure you have a lot of paint on your brush. That's very important when you use contrast. With some Basilicum Grey from Games Workshop, I push this on every non-metallic metal steel I want on the minis. So I make it on the sword, and I use contrast Blue Angel Red on the sword too, on the different parts, and on the bolter. This is pretty easy, and I'm going to make the same on the ace, and after I continue with some contrast Snakebit leather from Games Workshop again on every leather part, just to have a simple brown on all the different leather surfaces. Now it's down for the contrast, so I come back with some Altdorf Guard blue from Games Workshop just to clean my blue surfaces. I take care to don't reach the shadow, the more shadow surfaces. Just I use this Altdorf blue to create a better transition. And now with some Teclis blue I come back on every edges and on every surfaces I want to push more and more highlight. As you can see, on the armor is going to take a lot of highlight, but I focus on the helmet, on the shoulder, and on the part who takes more the light and who my adversary will take a look the more often. So as you can see, I continue with some Throne Slayer orange just to push more highlight on my red parts, like the ace, the bolt gun, and the chainsword. Now with some white I'm going to push some point of white on every part on non-metallic metal, for example on the shoulder, on the bolter, and on different elements, just to push all my highlights, create more contrasts and create a nice non-metallic metal effect. I come back with some vermilion red on the sword and on all the red color, just to make a better transition on my different color. I come back and make one more Snakebit leather step on the leather and a little bit on the non-metallic metal gold on all the miniatures. I come back again with some contrast Blue Angel, just to clean more and more my red surfaces. And now for the last step I'm going to use some white from Pro Color to push my highlight on every important part of my Space Marine. Thanks for watching. Here is the result. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel, to ask if you have any question in comment, to follow me on Facebook and Instagram to see the next tutorial that will come very soon, and to support me on Patreon, so you will have access on a group so you can show me your work and I will make you some feedback. Again, my Patreon have already access to a tutorial who I show how I improve the level of these miniatures. See you for the next tutorial. Bye bye.